Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And as always, make sure you check out my website, daytradingfearless.com for S&P E-mini trade zones. We're running a special $50 for a lifetime. And also make sure you check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/daytradingfearless. But as always, let's jump right into it. So this is part 2 of my Fibonacci awesome trading strategy. So back in part 1, I kind of showed you guys how to find them, how to set up your Fibonacci retracements, things like that. We were talking about this move right here. Okay, as we came right back down into the 61.8 to 70. So I'll give a quick refresher if you're watching this and not the other one, or if you haven't seen it. Essentially what we're looking for is this. We're looking for price to kind of break higher. Okay, it's making a high, right, from low to high like this, and then we're looking for the pullback. And what we're looking for essentially is a pullback into this 61.8 to 70% area to be a buyer. Once it pulls back, we're looking to buy, maybe buy some right here, add to a position, maybe add a little more down here with a stop loss on all of them right below this 100, because on the bigger picture, we should not take out that major swing low, right? So we have a high, a low, a high. We're just looking for the pullback in the trend. And in this video, I'm going to focus more on things, little telltales of what to look for, things like that. But essentially, you want to look to be a buyer in this area. Maybe you get filled on both of them. It overshoots it a little bit. And then your ultimate target is the 38.2, where you could sell everything and take your profits. Or if you want, you could scale out, look for higher highs as you're scaling out and things like that. And maybe keep moving your stop loss higher, right? It shouldn't break. Once you break above here, if it rolls back over, you probably don't want to be in that swing low anymore. So I hope that kind of gives you a quick little description, basic of what the strategy is. So now, with all that being said, let's now look at some telltale signs. When do we enter? When do we not enter? Even when we have certain things going on. And here's a perfect example, okay? So we could see we're in a downtrend right here, right? So we're just kind of going low, making lower highs. We have a nice little uptrend right here, right? Break and pull back, high, high. And then we start a little micro lower trend, and then we start to break up again here and to make higher highs, right? And higher lows. And then you have a lot of whippiness here. Well, this is a power move. So one of the things that I personally don't like to see sometimes is divergence from up here. But this is a different type of divergence, because all of this price action right here, and let me clean up the chart real quick. So all of this price action right here literally took out, if I duplicate this, all of this price action right here, right? So if I kind of look at all of this price action over here, this one move literally took out all of that price action. So this is now telling me we have a high, a low, a higher high, and then on the pullback, a higher low, where this will probably work, because one of the things that's going on right here is on the bigger trend, we have a low, a high, higher low, higher high, right? Kind of a double bottom here, boom, and we're still continuing that larger trend. So I really don't care about this divergence, because this is more of a breakout, the pullback. Now, as we start to go, and let's zoom in here, okay, so we have a high, we'll kind of look from here, right? We make a new high, we pull back. So on this pullback, I would be drawing my fib from this low, okay, to this high, looking for the pullback. Now, the one thing I'm going to look at down here is on this, when we made this high and we're pulling back, is there divergence or is everything the way it should be, right? And as we look, everything's the way it should be. As price makes a high here, okay, it kind of pulls back, and then we make a higher high, which is a higher RSI. So everything is looking very good. I want to take this pullback. The problem with this pullback, it wasn't deep. This is when you see a pullback to the 38, which you will see a lot of times, okay, you won't get that deeper pullback. This is what's called a shallow pullback. This is the deep pullback, okay? And if you want, you could try and take it here, add, and then hopefully on the bigger, it just keeps going. But to just be aware that sometimes you'll get the deeper pullback and you might have to ride a loser all the way down, but hopefully you don't get stopped out, right? So just something to be aware of. But we just had a shallow breakout or pullback, and then price moved higher. So we're going to erase it. And right here, we make a new high, right? High, low, higher high. So now we could draw from this low, because once price breaks above here, we're going to look for our higher high, right? And so here we go. If we draw for there to there, and look at this, here's our deep pullback right into the 6170, and then it takes off. Now, the one thing is, was there really divergence here? You could say so, but it wasn't like on a parabolic move like this. Okay, I'd rather see something like that to where it'll give me pause if I should take it. So here's a good move, right? Nice rally, right? So if this is all we see right here, we see we're making a high. So we know this was the low, right, before it broke out and made the new high. So let's pull our Fibonacci, and just like clockwork, it pulls right back to our 61 to 70. I can't make this stuff up. Okay, so on this pullback, there was no divergence. I like this pullback to be able to get long, because when I look at price structure, we're just slowly, we are in an uptrend making higher highs, higher lows. I like everything about this. Overbought, pulls back, okay, and here's our entry. Our stop would be below here, and look at that. Our target's hit within 2 minutes, okay? Now, if we kind of zoom in to this level, here we actually have divergence. And this is what I'm talking about. You have to be very aware of these things. Okay, so if you think about it, if we go from here to here, we actually have major divergence, right? Because we're making higher highs, but this is a lower high. Do I want to play this trade? Probably not. Okay, because whenever you have a major divergence like this, especially here, you're going to have a very steep pullback. Now, not to say it's not going to work, because if we draw our fib extensions from this low, which is just this whole leg from high to low, the pullback came right to the 70, and this one actually work. Normally, I don't like to take these all sit on my hands and I'll take a step back, because if you think about it, we probably took this trade, kind of made our money, the trade's over. Now with divergence, I don't know, because remember, divergence could lead to very big moves to the downside. But in this case, it actually worked. So I want to show you something that, yeah, hey, I'm okay missing this because of market structure on the bigger picture of divergence with higher highs. That gives me pause. But if we make a higher high, like we did here, and there's no divergence, and we do a deep pullback, yes, I want to be a buyer into that because I feel a lot more comfortable. And I like to just kind of look at where would the best place to draw. Well, this is the lowest out of here, all this price action. So I would draw my fib from here to here, and that's where we had no divergence, very clean pullback of this leg. Let's get long. We would have gone filled here, and our target was there. Now, going back to it, how can you trade them? You could say, hey, let me peel this off, move my stop from all the way down here, all the way up here, and see if we can make new highs and then continue to scale out. That's all up to you. Everybody's different in that way. So, I hope this two-part video series has really helped you guys. Please leave a comment and make sure you guys hit the like if you guys like this video. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know, more examples, because remember, trading is all about training your eyes to see specific things over and over, patterns, and the more you do that, the more you'll see them and the easier it comes. So again, hey, thank you as always for watching these videos, and until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.